And now we will focus on Eliane, who has been our offline artist in residency and also is now participant of our online program. And when I first met Eliane, I should say I was absolutely amazed and inspired by this energy, and she travels the world. She does very critical, also politically critical projects in different countries. And today Eliane is tuning in from Brazil and is going to tell us a little bit about how things are going on the other side of the world and what she's been working on recently. So Eliane, what city are you calling us from?
I am in Belo Horizonte, that is on the state of Minas Gerais in Brazil. That's the place where I live.
And how is the situation in your city, considering the pandemic and the restrictions? What is happening? Can you give us an insight?
Yes, hello everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. Brazil has been for a year and since a year and a few months under the Jair Bolsonaro presidency. And he has been from the beginning, even before he was elected, he was saying that the important for him is the economy. And right now he just said that the elderly are not important and that the only thing that is interesting for the country is the youth people and the business. And the situation right now, we have more than 20,000 people dead, more than around 100 nurses and doctors that died either because they do not have the right conditions for working. And yesterday, I heard on the news that the World Health Organization declared that Brazil is the epicenter of the pandemic right now, and all South America. In South America, the places that are doing a little better are Argentina, and Argentina is doing better. And in Brazil, we have 26 states. Brazil is divided in parts that we call states. And the federal, that's Brasilia, the capital city. And the president just said each state decides what to do. It's like the central power is not responsible for anything. And each place, each governor is doing whatever they want to do. And it's very difficult. For example, a few states in the northeastern part of Brazil are in lockdown. People cannot go to streets and the cars cannot go. And in other places, everything can go wherever they want to go. São Paulo is very bad right now. They are considering a lockdown for Monday. And everybody knows already that Brazil does not have a way to control COVID in Brazil because the people that have the power on their hands just say and wants to make sure that the elderly will die, and even other people, but they are not interested in saving lives at all. And now here is really, really bad.
Yes, I'm very sorry to hear that, and I hope that you are getting some help and support to go through this time. Did the pandemic and this new situation have an influence on your work as an artist? Can you tell us a little bit about how your work changed? Did it change during the last several months? And what are you working on right now?
Yes, I was working at the Open Password project. That is a banner that is here behind me. I made this.
I can see the Russian flag.
8 different countries. And I have been since 1914 traveling with this. First, I did go for the revolution in Portugal, and then on the dictatorship dictatorship in Argentina and Chile. And then I did go to South Africa, work a little and research about the apartheid situation before Mandela. And then I went to Cuba for the Cuban Revolution, and then to Vietnam for the American War in Vietnam. And last year I did go to Russia, work a little bit on the Russian Revolution. And what's left for this project is to do about the dictatorship, military dictatorship in Brazil, that was from 1964 to 1985. And when I came from Russia, the situation here is so bad that I decided to make the part of Brazil before, and I just put up, and I kept things that I had from Russia, from Vietnam, and I'm doing the part of Brazil. And then with this new situation, I got very upset. I could not, I was seeing what the president is doing, and that was making me feel very sick. And then I stopped doing the open test work for a while, and I started the virtual residency. And when I started, I said, well, I am going to do something about myself. I am going to just forget about a little bit of this politics that is making me get sick. And I'll be closing my house, and then I'll be doing something that is just about me. And then I start looking what is inside of me. And inside of me, I think that's nothing that is not involved with the politics. The situation of the people, the situation of the women, the Black people in Brazil, the native people, the situation of ecology. And when I look in my house for some objects that I could relate to this situation right now, I just find things that are related with the political question. And maybe I think that, for example, my father was a World War II veteran. He went to Italy together with 25,000 Brazilians that went to Italy fighting Nazi fascists. And then I guess I never was really on that all my life. But I started going to school and studying. I was discovering how things work for everybody. And I guess I cannot do a work that is just about myself that could not relate to all this, you know?
Mm-hmm. Eliane, and could you tell us a little bit about what exactly you are doing in the framework of the Open Password project? Because I think many of the people don't know the details. So you travel to different countries, both in South America, Asia, Africa, Russia, Europe, and you are interested in the theme of revolutions. And what is your artistic method? Are you working with photographs, texts, interviews? Maybe you can tell us a little bit about your experience in Russia. Could you give us some more details on that?
Okay. I was, when there was the dictatorship here, I was 12 years old up to 33 years old. Then a lot of time that I was going to school, I was under the military. And when I was 17, 18, 20, I was on the streets fighting against the dictatorship in Brazil. And I participated in all the students' movements and newspapers and things that was helping to get democracy back to Brazil. And then in 2014, I looked back and I saw how the democracy are fragile, are not strong everywhere, and mostly I discovered that we have very weak democracies. And then I was taking back, and I said, I'm going to talk about my participation during this struggle related to these countries. And the countries for to go with this banner and make pictures of this banner in different places. The countries to be on the project were the countries where we had songs that we used to sing during the struggle and meetings. And these songs were related to the struggle on these 8 different countries. They were like passwords. If somebody would come and nobody knew that person, and then if the person did not know the songs, well, likely they were from the police or from something like that. And to be trusted, somebody would have to know at least 1 or 2 of these songs. And then that's how I decided which countries would be for the open passwords. Open password project. And then I made the banner and I travel and I photographed the banner in places, in cells, in monuments, in squares, in parks, and that are related to the struggle with the revolution in each different place, different country, different cities. In Russia, I was last year, a year ago, I was at the SPAR art residency, and it was a very good experience for me. I did go for the places related to the revolution, and it was very interesting because I was during the May 1st in Russia, in St. Petersburg, and then I was in the 9th of May, that was the end of the World War II, and it was amazing for me to be there because it's very interesting. On May 1st, there was a parade, and there was a lot of people, unions and everything on the parade. And then there was a time where there was a track with sound, I don't know how you say that, and on the parade, and a lot of people with the Communist Party flag, and they were singing the international, the Workers' International song, and I was almost crying because that song was the reference for all my political time in Brazil during the dictatorship here. And that was quite an experience. And for me to be on May 1st in St. Petersburg. And then I did go to the cemetery on May 9. And that was very interesting either because the veterans, they were veterans in Russia. They are like heroes, as they should be, but it's not the same in Brazil. Brazil more or less forgot the 25,000 young men that went to Italy during the war. And it was a very interesting experience. And the other experience was for me to see how many people died in Russia during the revolution and the war, the Second War, and how many people went away with all this historical space of time.
Eliane, I will just interrupt you for a second because you can't see the chat, and I want to share some comments and some questions with you from people who are watching. We have about 20 people tuning in right now. Thank you once again for joining us on this Saturday morning, day, evening. I'm not sure from where each of you is joining from. But anyway, we have some questions. First, a question about your father. Did he join the Second World War as an anti-fascist soldier?
As a Brazilian soldier. He was a Brazilian soldier.
Where was he dislocated?
No, because Brazil, the president of Brazil went together with the USA, and they sent 25,000 soldiers to Italy.
Mm. So he was in Italy.
He was in Italy, yes.
Okay, thank you. Then there is also another question, also from Nazar. He's asking why for the banner you chose to use flags and not, for example, some other images like symbols of the countries or something else. Is it because of their neutrality, or why did you choose to use the flags?
Okay, the banner is like, I'm from the Pernambuco state. That is we have a very good big carnival, and this banner is like a carnival banner, and has flowers and colors and everything. And I decided to put flags. It was like to make sure of what countries I was talking about. And it's very interesting because when I go to places that I put this banner on, so many people come and stay trying to say what country is this flag or that flag. And as a flag being a symbol for the country either. And because for me, this banner is like my utopia, my imagination that could be all these countries together for some reason. And as I think that the life and the economy makes these people from this country so apart, one from another, I decided to put all these people together for me. You know, it's like I'm working with everybody from all these countries.
Okay, I also like how it looks like some kind of new flag when we have all those flags together. It does look like some kind of imaginary map or flag, so it's also a strong visual statement, I think. Eliane, we have some other questions. So first of all, I would like to share the comments that our viewers, our viewers are very interested in your theme and find it great that you're working with such a topic. There is a question from one of our artists in residency at Virtual SPAR about the song. Can you share the song with us? The one that you've mentioned. You've talked about the song. Is there a play? Is there somewhere we can listen it to, or maybe you can sing it, or can you share it with us? Maybe the text.
Okay, I'm not very good on singing, but the Russians, each country has its own inspiration song. The Russian one is exactly the International Workers' song. The Brazilian one is the one that is from Geraldo Vandré, that says about the flowers. It's caminhando e cantando, e seguindo a canção, somos todos iguais, braços dados ou não. Say that walking and singing the song, we are all equal or the same if you have hand on hand or arm on arm or not. The song from Argentina, from Chile is Gracias a la Vida, de la Violeta Parra. The song from Cuba is one called Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera. A few songs are, the South African one is the one that is now the theme song for the country, that is, because it's Ikelele Africa. I don't know how to sing them, you know, I'm very bad on that. Yeah.
Maybe after the interview, we can post a list of these songs so that people can find them online and listen to them. I think that could be possible, right?
Yes, and yes, we can do that. And we don't have the link for the project either. I send it to you.
Right.
You can post the link for the project, and then on the site of the project that is Portugal, Chile, Argentina, South Africa, and Cuba. These 5 ones are on the site of the project already.
Yes. Okay. We will make all of this available in our Instagram profile. Thank you. There is also a question. Yes, your subject matter is very interesting. You are so well traveled and full of intense experience and knowledge. Have you ever researched revolution in Ireland? There is an 800-year of history of revolution against the British Empire, and one of our artists, also from the virtual residency, Tiana Fitzgerald, who will be also invited to one of our upcoming streams. She's interested in this theme. So did you ever approach that region in your research?
No, because I think this project is already too big for me, to do everything by myself. Is already bigger than I am, and then it's very difficult for me to go so far away. And I just close this from my own experience during the dictatorship here,
Mm. So I think maybe this is also a theme that we could discuss in the virtual residency, because I see that there is a lot of interest and a lot of people are commenting that they're interested in this theme and find it great. So maybe we can open up a special post for a discussion on our platform. Thank you for singing, and you are better. You're doing better than you think. Okay, I guess you can take it as a compliment.
Yes. Do I have a few minutes yet?
Yes, we have a couple of minutes left. So if dear viewers, thank you once again for being so engaged and watching, commenting, and asking. If you have any questions, yes, just you can post them in the comment section. Eliane, is there something you would like to wish and to tell our viewers and everyone who will be watching this interview after? Do you have some message to the world that you would like to announce?
Yes. Can you listen to me still?
Yes. You're
there. Okay. On the virtual art residency, I took some objects that I'm photographing objects that I have in my house, and related it to the photos from my old projects or from my archive. And then I am writing a few things that are related, that makes these two things to be connected. And I discovered I am talking about the native people, about the Nazi fascism, about water, about the situation of women. And that is the work in progress that I'm doing at the residency, virtual residency. And I just want to say thank you, muito obrigada, muitas gracias. To all that are watching us, and I hope we are all able to keep working and to make sure that nothing is going to be the same after this situation that we are living now. For me, yesterday I was talking to a friend, and he said that he never, I make his words mine, he never discovered how his own decisions, how much his own, what he does affects other people. I think that being locked at home and being taking care of yourself, you are taking care of other people at the same time, because you are like a transportation mean for the virus. And then we discover how important it is make sure that your behavior is affecting the nature, the animals, the other people. I think that this would be the big lesson for this situation that we are living now. I hope it will be a lesson.
Yes, I hope that we will all go through this time and get out with some new ideas and images of the world and of ourselves. And once again, we see that it is great to have art as a place to think about the situation, to exchange and to express your feelings and thoughts. So once again, one can say that art is saving the world. So Eliane, thank you once again for joining the program, for coming to St. Petersburg, for being our virtual artist in residency, for being part of the interview series, and for all your great experience that you shared. I'm pretty sure we will take this discussion further to our online platform and to our Instagram. You will be also able to ask some questions that you didn't manage to ask during the interview. Yes, it's a pity it's almost over already, right? So we will post a special form in our Instagram stories where you can send questions to Eliane, and we will also publish answers. There is one last question that I have to read. How does Brazil live without hugs? Is it an issue?
Okay.
How is it going concerning the hugging culture?
How is it going? What?
With hugs, with people hugging each other. Is it a taboo now? Is this social ritual changing? How is it going?
Yes, we cannot do that for a while, I guess, and we are all locked down some way. In few places more, and other places a little less. And I think that this is going to be very difficult from a while,
Yes, but I think there will also be new rituals, probably, new ways to greet each other and show support and compassion. So Eliane, we are sending you a big virtual hug. It is 100% safe. And we will see each other next Saturday for our next interview. So thank you for joining, and everyone have a nice weekend. Bye.